Eliza's heart's feet ached as she stepped into the elevator of the luxurious Grand Meridian Hotel, the weight of the day pressing down on her shoulders. The wedding rehearsal for her cousin Tiffany had been a nightmare. Bridesmaids squabbling over bouquet placements, the groom tripping over his own vows, and the florist delivering lilies instead of roses. All Eliza wanted was to sink into the plush comfort of her hotel bed, order an overpriced cheeseburger, and forget the chaos. But fate had other plans. Exhausted, she stepped off the elevator on the 14th floor, her mind foggy from lack of sleep. She turned left instead of right, her tired eyes scanning the door numbers. 14B instead of 41B. Without thinking, she swiped her key card. Nothing. She tried again. Still nothing. Frustration bubbled up inside her. She knocked sharply, half hoping no one would answer so she could slink away in embarrassment. The door swung open. A man stood there, tall and broad-shouldered, his dark hair slightly tousled as if he'd been running his hands through it. He wore a fitted black sweater that stretched across his chest, sleeves rolled up to reveal strong forearms. His sharp blue eyes flickered with surprise, then amusement. "Can I help you?" His voice was smooth, laced with a quiet confidence that sent an unexpected shiver down Eliza's spine. Her cheeks burned. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Wrong room." She turned to leave, but he chuckled. "Wait." She paused, glancing back. "You look like you've had a day," he said, leaning against the doorframe, a smirk playing at his lips. "And I hate eating alone. If you're not in a hurry, I just ordered dinner. More than enough for two." Eliza hesitated. She was starving, and there was something about him, an ease, a warmth, that made her pulse quicken. "Okay," she said finally, "but only if you're sure." He smiled, stepping aside to let her in. "Christopher Dane, and I'm very sure." The suite was nothing like Eliza's modest room. Floor-to-ceiling windows showcased the glittering city skyline, and a sleek dining table was set with silverware that probably cost more than her rent. Christopher poured her a glass of red wine, the rich aroma filling the air. "So, what brings you to the Grand Meridian?" Eliza sighed, swirling the wine in her glass. "My cousin's wedding. I'm the unofficial crisis manager." He laughed, the sound deep and warm. "Ah, hence the look of a woman who survived a war." She smirked. "You have no idea." Over steak and roasted vegetables, they talked. Eliza confessed she'd been an event coordinator until she was laid off. Now she crafted handmade cards with pressed F lowers, selling them at local markets. Christopher listened intently, his gaze never leaving hers. "That's beautiful," he said softly. "Creating something just for the joy of it." She laughed. "It doesn't pay the bills, but it makes me happy." He hesitated before admitting, "I run a design firm, DN Designs International." Eliza nearly choked on her wine. "The DN Designs? The luxury brand?" He nodded, but his smile didn't reach his eyes. "It's successful, but lately it's felt empty. My sister Kate was the creative force behind it. After she passed, I lost the heart for it." Eliza reached out without thinking, her fingers brushing his. "I'm so sorry." Christopher turned his hand, gently holding hers. "You remind me of her in a way. She loved making things with her hands too." Something shifted between them, an unspoken understanding, a spark of something deeper. The next morning, Christopher texted her. "Breakfast? There's a cafe downstairs. I'd like to see you again when we're back in New York." Eliza's heart fluttered. Over croissants and coffee, he told her about his life, his travels, his love for architecture, his quiet grief over his sister. "I'd like to see you too," she admitted. That evening, as she headed to meet him for dinner, a man in a tailored suit stepped into her path in the lobby. "Eliza Hart?" His voice was cold, calculating. She froze. "Yes?" "Victor Caldwell, Christopher's business partner." He slid an envelope across the table. "There's $10,000 in here. Walk away." Eliza recoiled. "Excuse me?" Victor's lip curled. "Christopher is worth billions. His reputation, his company. They don't need some small-town card maker dragging him down." Humiliation burned through her. She shoved the envelope back. If Christopher wants me gone, he can tell me himself." She stormed out, tears blurring her vision. Christopher found her outside, gripping her shoulders. "Eliza, look at me. I had no idea Victor did that." She searched his face. "Did you?" "God, no." His voice was raw. "I fired him on the spot." He exhaled, running a hand through his hair. "You've made me realize something. I don't want to just build a brand. I want to build something meaningful, like you do." Eliza's anger faded. "What are you saying?" I'm restructuring the company. Less corporate greed, more heart. And I'd love your help." Days later, Eliza learned Christopher had proposed a bold new vision, a sustainable division, affordable design, and a partnership with her for an eco-friendly stationery line. But Victor's assistant warned her, "Some board members will try to stop him from even attending the meeting." Eliza's blood boiled. She couldn't let them silence him. When Christopher's phone went unanswered, she made a decision. She walked into Dean Design's boardroom alone. Every head turned. "Who are you?" A man sneered. Eliza lifted her chin. "Eliza Hart, and I'm here to speak for Christopher Dane." Just as she began presenting her designs, the doors burst open. Christopher stood there, breathless. "I chartered a plane." The board listened as they pitched the new vision together. When the vote passed unanimously, Christopher turned to Eliza. "I want you to lead the stationery division." Then in front of everyone, he cupped her face. "And I want you, just you, always." Eliza kissed him. 6 months later, their store, Hart and Dini Sustainable Design, opened to rave reviews. Christopher dropped to one knee, presenting a sculpture of a door marked 14B. Inside, a ring glimmered. "Eliza Hart, will you walk through every door with me?" She laughed through tears. "Yes. What do you think happens next? Do you think that sometimes the wrong door leads to the right life? And what do you think the future holds for them?"